I would love to take this conversation and talk a little bit about getting out ahead of it.
Well, getting out ahead of it means being willing to take a break from what isness, because it's exhausting, while you reach for the freshness and the replenishment and the relief of the known alignment. Esther was walking around the other day singing, "These are a few of my favorite things." And the song came into her mind because there were some not favorite things buzzing around her head. And she was swatting them away, but noticing each and every one of them. And every time she swatted one, more came. And it didn't get too far into it before she acknowledged, these are a few of my not so favorite things, and they are becoming exponentially more. So she thought, oh no, I know what to do. These are a few of my favorite things. And she didn't pick the things from the song because those are dumb things that she never understood why anybody liked them. She couldn't relate to hardly any of them. But oh, she's got a list of favorite things, favorite moments in time, favorite pieces of conversation with grandchildren and children and friends, and favorite moments in time in what she's seen on the planet. In other words, when you get on that wavelength, these are a few of my favorite things, your inner being has collected albums of all of them. And when you decide that you're going to focus on your favorite things, your inner being will live stream them to you. Yeah.
So good.
Until you reach this new, wonderful place, these are a few of my favorite things in the making. These are a few of my future favorite things. These are a few of my favorite things in you that you haven't even seen yet. These are my favorite things that are coming to you that you don't know about yet. That's what your inner being is doing all the time. Your inner being is looking at the vortex version of your favorite things, knowing that they all have the potential of coming into fruition, and holding them as vibrational objects of attention while you relax and let yourself demonstrate them. And when you demonstrate them, the joy you feel is the joy of your inner being.
So good.
Yeah.
I feel like so much of that, we're constantly going to be influenced by the variety that we see around us. Always, always.
Let's say influence is good, but let's take a determined stance. I can see it, I can observe it, but I don't have to calibrate to it.
Yes, 1,000%.
And if you're not trying to swat it away, you won't. In other words, if you're not trying to push it away, you won't calibrate to it. If you catch it early, you won't calibrate to it. If you don't have a discussion with someone else, you won't calibrate to it. And that's the getting out ahead of it that you were talking about. Not being guarded that it might come, but knowing what to do when and if it does, and having your sea legs, knowing that you can deal with whatever's coming. You're flexible and resilient and solid and supported, and you have knowing.
It's often when I spend time with other people, in my mind I've booked that time for them, right? I'm gonna get together with good friends in the afternoon, and already that time period I have no expectation of what we're gonna do, where we're gonna go. It doesn't matter to me because I've already booked that time.
What is your expectation?
We're gonna have so much laughter and so much fun and so much love.
So you have a vortex version, a generalized version,
yes,
which is often the most powerful version, because when you get specific about what it's going to be, sometimes your memory of what happened last time is then activated, and then you're swatting things away. So being general about that. It's going to be fun. It's going to be funny. We're going to have a wonderful time. New stuff is going to happen. Yeah. That's a good stance.
So from that framework, if we've set that up, it allows me to be the student. It allows me to be the teacher. It allows all of us to be a spectrum of all that we are in any given moment.
Perfect
right?
words. It's so lovely to know that you are both the giver and the receiver, both the teacher and the student, both the questioner and the answerer, both the problem and the solution.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And being open to being played as the multifaceted instrument that we are allows us to
Perfect
create
words
harmony
again.
with everybody sitting
Yeah.
at our table, right? And everybody who's
Yeah.
witnessing and observing. And
Yeah.
there is no flat or sharp chord that can't be synthesized and synergized into the beautiful symphony that we play together. Right?
And have you noticed that the more notes that are playing, the more that is true? There's only 2 notes. Sometimes you can tell if they're not in harmony. But the more you get going, now you've got jazz.
Doesn't that allow us to allow people to be the notes that they are in any given moment?
And isn't that what pure alignment is?
So good. Thank you.
Really good. Really good.